Welcome to Greenwich Arena here in London, England for this quarterfinal game between Team Australia and the United States of America. Hello everybody, I'm Noah Friedman. Thanks so much for joining us. We have a great matchup for you tonight as a bunch of NBA prospects, not only from the US, but also from Australia, are set to take the court as well. Both teams prepping for this game. The huddles have been recorded, and they're about to be out on the field, and we take a look at Kevin Durant, who's really been leading the charge here for this U.S. team. He's been averaging 18.6 points per game, and I don't think it should be any different against an Australian team who's going up against this United States team. For Australia, it's all about Patty Mills, who came over to the San Antonio Spurs of the NBA and has performed very well for Coach Greg Popovich. I see great things for him in this future. The starting lineups we'll take a look at for the United States first. Man in the middle, Tyson Chandler. It'll be Kobe Bryant from the Los Angeles Lakers. LeBron James of the Heat. And Chris Paul from the Clippers as well. This team is star-studded. The heavy favorites, of course, going into the tournament. Because, of course, who invented basketball? None other than James Naismith in Springfield, Massachusetts, which is in the United States. For Team Australia, Matthew Dellavedova is someone to look out for. He's of the Cleveland Cavaliers at the moment. Also in there for Team Australia as well, Joe Ingles from FC Barcelona Basket. Patty Mills, of course, the aforementioned. Matthew Nielsen is at power forward right now. And they are all taking the court. And this match is set to begin here at Greenwich Arena in London, England, the 2012 quarterfinal of this Olympics. USA and Team Australia, as it'll be Tyson Chandler and Nielsen jumping it up in the corner. As we're all set to go. Of course, in these Olympic Games, there are 10-minute quarters, and right now, Team Australia officially has the ball with Nielsen to take it out. On the right baseline, it gets it in. Now here's Dellavedova, swings it around to Joe Ingles, who's being guarded by Kevin Durant. Now LeBron James picks up Nielsen back to Ingles. Ingles kicks it right. Ingles will shoot a three, and he'll miss it, and LeBron comes away with the rebound. U.S. back with their high-octane offense. LeBron on the right side, matched up against the much smaller Dellavedova. LeBron going left, passes outside Durant. Three-pointer stride, it's good, and the U.S. takes its first lead of the game. It's 3-0 with 9:30 left in the first quarter. Back comes Patty Mills around a screen by Nielsen. Nielsen gets the ball inside. It's a basket. No, it's good. It's a good basket there by David Anderson. David Anderson is 32 years old right now. He's playing overseas right now in Turkey. Chris Paul has the ball now. Gets it ahead to Kobe Bryant around the Chandler screen. Wraparound pass to LeBron. It's an alley-oop to Chandler, and he slams it home. And the U.S. take a 5-2 lead, and 1 minute has been gone by in the first quarter. Of course, you have to take a look at Coach Krzyzewski right now, who has dominated here at these Olympics since taking over the program in 2008 along with Jerry Colangelo. As Matthew Dellavedova has it about 30 feet away from the basket. Left corner, it's a three ball, and it's good by Patty Mills. San Antonio Spurs, nice shot there, and the game is tied at 5 here. 8:37 to go in the first quarter. LeBron will take out as Chris Paul is being guarded right now by both Nielsen and Patty Mills. It gets it into Kobe Bryant instead, and we have a stoppage in play. It looks like a foul. The foul is on Dellavedova. That's his first personal foul. Of course, the U.S. steamrolled their competition in Group A, of course, so they get the lowest seed in Group B, and that was, unfortunately, Team Australia. Now Patty Mills has it. Mills gets a screen from Nielsen, who's being guarded by LeBron. Back to Patty Mills now. Mills fires a three, and it's good! Patty Mills has 2 threes early, and it's 8-5. Team Australia out on a nice run. They've only missed one shot from the field to start this game. Chris Paul coming back the other way, crosses the timeline, gets a screen from Chandler. Right side Durant, stride again, and it's good. Durant has answered. That's 2 threes for him. Him and Patty Mills going at it right now in a shooting competition. Dellavedova now has it. Dellavedova passes down low to Mills. Mills to Anderson, and he loses out of bounds. First turnover of the game is by Team Australia. U.S. will take over with 7:48 left to go in the first quarter. Chris Paul, the Los Angeles Clippers, brings it up. Gets a screen from LeBron. Now gets a screen from Chandler, a double screen. Paul, right side, and it's good. He does that with the Clippers, and now he does that with Team USA. Number 13 puts USA up by 2 points. Dellavedova has it now. Pass over to Anderson. Ingles gets a look at it. Now it comes back to Nielsen. Still, they can't get it inside. Ingles, head fake Anderson. 15-footer is no good, and Chandler skies for the rebound. U.S. coming back the other way, right to left. Chris Paul, in between the legs, trying to find the open man. It's Kobe Bryant, head fake. Kobe into the lane, loses it, back out to Chris Paul. Paul gets it to Kobe Bryant, looking at the basket from about 30 feet. Bryant down the lane, loses it, no good, and it's up and it's still no good, and no whistle there. And now we finally have a whistle. It was very late by the referees, of course. These aren't the typical NBA referees you'd see like Dick Bavetta or Joey Crawford. These are team officials from FIBA. So Kobe was able to draw the foul after his antics. Of course, the 16-year veteran with the Los Angeles Lakers, it's the only team he's ever played for, also out of Lower Merion High School in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Durant with a shot, and that's his first miss of the game. Up ahead to Dellavedova, and he passes it right back to himself. Dellavedova dribbling down the right side, now backs out to the three-point line. Dellavedova squares and fires, it's no good. LeBron tips it, now back to Nielsen, and Nielsen puts it in. That was a bad miscue by LeBron, who wasn't able to corral the ball, and instead Nielsen gets a chance to tie there. Paul down the lane. It's no good, but Tyson Chandler finishes. Tyson Chandler finishes Chris Paul's shot there. Down low to Nielsen, and Nielsen is fouled by Chandler, going hard up to the rim. 6:11 to go in the first quarter. That's Tyson Chandler's first foul. Each team has a foul early to start. Of course, there's so much championship pedigree on this U.S. team. Of course, last year, looking at the Dallas Mavericks and that very improbable run to the title, beating LeBron James' Heat, Tyson Chandler was a part of that team. He was a defensive anchor, of course. So Nielsen eyes the line, and he misses short, misses pretty badly. Of course, not to mention the fact that Brett Brown, who's currently an assistant right now with the San Antonio Spurs and Greg Popovich's team, he knows Patty Mills very well. Those two have worked together. Brett Brown, of course, is Australian. Patty Mills also Australian. So it works out pretty well for them as Nielsen hits the second free throw and Australia within one as they come away with a three-man pressure right out of the gate. Australia does. Durant has it now on the right side, dribbles with his left, kicks it into the paint, finds Chris Paul now out on the outside as they hold for another shot. 5:55 left to go. Shot clock at 6. Works it around to Durant on the left side, and he barely grazes rim, and another foul, and it's on Chandler. That's 2 on Chandler, so U.S. has to be pretty careful now. I suspect that he gets out of the game here with these 2 fouls, and of course he will, as Coach K is going to sub him out. It was just a bad play by Chandler because he was looking to be aggressive by getting that ball, and instead he runs into Team Australia's front line of Ingles and Nielsen. So it's a loose ball foul. Anderson will be the one to take the free throw, and he misses the first one. Anderson, of course, aged 32, plays in Turkey right now, and Australia will get the ball back as well as he hits the second free throw. We're tied at 12. 5:48 left to go in the first quarter. As Chandler gets subbed out. Australia also making a couple moves. Mark Worthington, who plays overseas right now in Croatia, is going to come into the game, the 6'8 sharpshooter. Ingles has it against Chris Paul. Outside to Nielsen. Nielsen works his way in, and it's no good. DeMarcus Cousins, who's just checked in with a big defensive play. LeBron James down the lane, up and under, and he gets fouled. 3 Australians collided there with LeBron, and LeBron with his big 6'8", 250-foot frame. With the foul there. So LeBron James, of course, signed with the Miami Heat in 2010 after leaving his hometown Cleveland Cavaliers. Dellavedova checks out. In comes Brad Newley, who plays right now in Spain. So Newley checks in for Dellavedova, and LeBron hits the first free throw. 13-12 USA, 5:31 left to go in the first. We're at about the halfway mark. LeBron in these Olympics has been averaging 11.6 points per game, 61% field goal percentage, which is tops right now and out of everyone who's playing in the Olympics right now, despite the fact that Kevin Durant leads the team in points. The second free throw bounces up and in, and Australia comes back the other way with Joe Ingles. Ingles, of course, wanting to play in the NBA. He's gotten a couple teams that have wanted to sign him, but he just has not been able to commit. Down low, it's Nielsen, and that's no good. Here comes LeBron. That one went in and out. LeBron down the lane. Kicks it outside to Chris Paul. Paul over to Carmelo Anthony, and that's no good. Here comes Australia back the other way, and Anthony knocks it away. Anthony with a defensive impact as well. Here comes Chris Paul. Chris Paul in the left corner gets a screen from LeBron, and there's a foul called now. It's going to be on Nielsen. So Nielsen picks up the foul. It was just a little bump by Nielsen. Nice friendly love tap. But he'll get the foul. And Carmelo Anthony has it. And LeBron steamrolls Worthington. But Worthington's feet were moving, so it'll be a blocking foul. And now the captain, Nielsen, is going to be subbed out in favor of Aaron Baines. Aaron Baines, of course, overseas, but he's expected to sign with the San Antonio Spurs this offseason. LeBron James outside, and it's no good. There were many bodies on the deck, but there is no whistle. Back around, and it's Baines, and it's no good. And here comes Kevin Durant, an outlet pass. Wide open is Chris Paul, and that one's good. And the U.S. take a 16-12 lead with 4:27 left to go in this first quarter. Patty Mills now bumping heads with Paul. Sharpshooter, it's no good. Here comes LeBron. LeBron down the other way with a 4-point lead for the U.S. Backing down Worthington. Here comes Carmelo Anthony. Up and under, and it's good. Count the foul. 18-12. The U.S. is running away with it, just like they have in their competition thus far. So Carmelo Anthony of the New York Knicks in the NBA is going to go to the line here with a chance to extend this lead to 7. And a bunch of personnel changes. Russell Westbrook of the Oklahoma City Thunder. Darren Williams of the Brooklyn Nets come in now. Kobe Bryant will go out, and so will Chris Paul. So Melo, with his free throw ritual, eyes the basket. Shot is up, and it is good. And it's a 19-12 lead now for the USA. Patty Mills brings it into the front court, being guarded now by Darren Williams, who just checked in. Worthington down low to Ingles, and a foul is going to be called. It's going to be on Carmelo Anthony. That is his first personal. Carmelo's only played 2 minutes, but he picks up a foul. The only starter right now, the only 2 starters that are in right now for Australia are Ingles and Patty Mills. As Ingles will toe the line for a couple free throws, the southpaw lefty. His first one is up, and it is good. That is his first free throw of this tournament. 19-13 lead now for the USA, as Ingles will try to cut it to 5. It's up, and that one is good. So it's a 19-14 lead now for Team USA as Deron Williams brings it up right to left. LeBron James now holds it with Durant now right in the middle of the court. Durant spins with his left and it's no good. A runner is no good, and here comes Patty Mills. Mills gets a screen from Baines, finds Baines up and under, and it's good. Aaron Baines. That's a beauty right there, and it's a 19-16 lead now for the U.S. Over and out to Durant. Deflection, here comes LeBron James, up and under, a tough shot, and it's no good, and here comes Patty Mills of Team Australia. The Aussie pushing, finds Baines up and under, and that one is no good. Here comes Deron Williams back the other way. Sloppy defense right now by both of these teams as Russell Westbrook draws contact, and he gets fouled. He'll go to the line. Looked like that was just all ball there by Worthington, and it was, but it was still called a foul. No reason for that by these FIBA officials. But Russell Westbrook will shoot these free throws right after a timeout taken here at Greenwich Arena. Noah Friedman with you. We will be right back. Back here at Westwood One, your home for these Olympic Games, all basketball, men's and women's. And we have a 20-16 lead here for the United States. Russell Westbrook was only able to convert on one of two free throws, and we have a stoppage in play. And Brad Newley will get a chance now to cut into this United States lead. Of course, the United States, heavy favorites, as I mentioned before, trying to win another gold medal. Of course, they won it in 2008 after being completely shut out in 2004 by the Australian team and also by the Italian team as well. The United States ended up taking home bronze in those 2004 Athens Olympics as Newley misses the free throw, and it will be a still 20-16 lead. LeBron James backing down Joe Ingles, plays a little catch with Carmelo Anthony. He has him right now on the three-point line. Instead, LeBron drives. Deron Williams kicks it to Kevin Love, who just checked in, and that one's blocked. A nice block shot by Australia. Love now behind the back pass, and it's good to Westbrook. It's a 22-16 lead as Russell Westbrook goes offhand and hits that one. Patty Mills rising fire for three, and that one's no good. Ingles hits the deck, but the U.S. come back. They've got numbers 5-4. Here comes Love. Love out to Deron Williams, a three, and a stoppage in play now as another foul has been called. This one will be on Newley. He'll pick up his first personal foul of the game. 2:25 left to go in this quarterfinal of the 2012 basketball London Olympic Games. As Kelly Olynyk has checked in, he's from Gonzaga. He's still playing right now in college. As Love will head to the line. Kevin Love of the Minnesota Timberwolves, not very happy there, of course, as he wants out because the team hasn't had very much success. But he has had success here with this United States team, of course, making it. As Love is able to hit the second free throw after missing the first. 23-16 is where we stand. We're just about to hit the 2-minute mark of the first quarter as Patty Mills works it inside to Joe Ingles. Ingles being picked up by LeBron James. He hasn't sat a minute yet. Here comes Newley. Newley backing down, and it's a hook shot, and it's no good, and Carmelo Anthony gets the rebound. The primary Knicks small forward, but he is able to play a little power forward as he checks in for Coach Krzyzewski's crew. Here comes Carmelo Anthony, and it's a push-off foul for Carmelo, and Newley was able to draw the offensive charge as Melo will pick up his second personal foul of this basketball game. It was an obvious offhand. He was trying to dribble with his right, instead dribbles with his left, and he gets called for the foul. So both Tyson Chandler and Carmelo Anthony now have 2 personal fouls. Instead, it'll be LeBron James checking out. In comes Andre Iguodala. Right now, the Denver Nuggets, and a pass is stolen away by the United States. Here they come back up the court. Deron Williams all the way coast to coast, and it's passed out. Russell Westbrook, 15-footer, and that one's no good, but he's going to be able to draw the foul to the appreciation of his teammates. Russell Westbrook getting a nice ovation from the United States bench as he plays with the hustle. So as I told you before, Andre Iguodala checks in for the United States. Durant is also set to check back in. He will replace Carmelo Anthony at small forward. Of course, Melo having those 2 fouls. So Westbrook at the line. First one is up, and it is good. Russell Westbrook out of UCLA, and of course with the Oklahoma City Thunder. Second one is up, and that one is no good, and Kelly Olynyk clears for the Team Australia. As Joe Ingles, who still hasn't sat, along with Patty Mills, who now has the ball. He's wearing these bright green shoes that are really, really fascinating. As down low, it's Aaron Baines trying to spin move Kevin Love, and that one will not work as he passes out to Olynyk, and Olynyk hits front rim. Baines now, and that one's no good, and Durant clears for the United States. Here comes Deron Williams. Williams down the lane trying to find a player, and he can't do so because the refs blow the whistle once again with 1:09 left to go in the first quarter. So Team Australia now has their 6th team foul of the game. That'll put the United States in the bonus for the rest of this first quarter. 24-16 is where we stand. Williams, eyeing the basket, shoots and he scores. So Deron Williams signed a 5-year, $80 million contract to stay in New York. Of course, being acquired from the Utah Jazz, where he started out his career after starting at the University of Illinois, where he was captain of that 2005 NCAA runner-up team that lost to North Carolina. As Joe Ingles has the ball now for Team Australia. Down low, it's to Alex Merrick, who just checked in. And a battle on the floor. As Patty Mills gets tied up with Kevin Durant, a couple number 5s going at it. So Patty Mills will head to the line as Kevin Durant picks up the foul. A lot of free throw shooting here. A lot of sloppy play, a lot of stoppages. That is how we defined this first quarter with 53.7 seconds left still to play. And of course, the big thing for me is trying to communicate with these officials because, as I mentioned before, they're not the NBA officials that the United States is usually opposed to. It's officials from FIBA. They're all over the world. So it depends on how they want to see this played. So Patty Mills is at the line now, and he misses the first one. The second one is up, and it's no good. Another straight but strong one, but nobody clears for the United States, and Patty Mills gets his own rebound and ends up hitting an elbow jumper. 26-18 now in favor of the United States. 44 seconds left to go. Durant up and under. That one's no good. It's off the backboard. It's cleared again, and another stoppage in play. Another loose ball foul on the United States. This one is going to go on Andre Iguodala. So if I can count this right, there have been 5 loose ball fouls called by the United States alone in this first quarter, yet they still hold an 8-point lead. So to the line goes Merrick, Alex Merrick. He is 6 feet 11 inches tall. He's age 25. He plays over for PBC Lokomotiv Kuban. It's a team in Russia. The second one is up and it's good, and it's 26-19. 36 seconds left to go in this first quarter. Outside Durant plays it to his teammate Russell Westbrook. Andre Iguodala now left corner. Russell Westbrook exploding, and he takes a hard fall, but he's going to draw the foul. He doesn't seem like he's hurt at all. So another foul on Team Australia. It'll be on Kelly Olynyk, who is trying to challenge him to the shot. But to no avail, as Russell Westbrook will go to the line. Australian coach Brett Brown doing a little personnel change. Nielsen is back in the game, the captain of Australia. Of course, the only person on this roster from the NBA right now is Patty Mills. So he's the only player right now for Team Australia who has any sort of experience playing against these mighty U.S. players as Westbrook hits the first free throw. He's got 5 points, 1 of 2 from the field, and now he is 4 of 6 from the free throw line, where he's collected 4 of his 6 points. As we're down to 19 seconds left to go in this first quarter, shot clock is turned off. Australia will try to hold for the final shot. Patty Mills being guarded by Darren Williams. Shot clock down to 10. Gets a screen from Nielsen. Up and under Mills, and it's good with 4 seconds left to go. Down to 2, down to 1, and that's the end of the first quarter as Westbrook's heave past half court will not even graze backboard. So 28-21 in favor of Team USA. We'll be back here at Greenwich Arena. I'm Noah Friedman.